Yes. With this project, we aim to foster the cooperation between business support organization and SMEs in the field of tourism. This project is with the EUROCHAMBRES. EUROCHAMBRES is the European Association of Chamber of Commerces, which have a grant obtained from the EU. This grant is called EU for Business Connecting Companies. It works between January 1st and June 31st this year. In the EU, there is a strong promotion of collaboration between the Eastern Partnership and the other parts is the EU member states. The Eastern Partnership is between Armenia, Azerbaijan, Georgia, the Republic of Moldova, and Ukraine. And again, these countries are the final beneficiaries. The project was built upon the positive results from East-West project implemented by the EUROCHAMBRES. It was implemented between the years 2010 and 2017. About this mobility scheme, you should know that it's offered on different level of cooperation. There were earlier study visits and B2B meetings, and now there is this mobility scheme. In the fields, there are specific fields which were offered were targeted in this program. These are the textile, the wine, the bioorganic food, creative industries, which targeted many creative fields, and also the IT was in this category. The last one, but not the last, is the tourism, which we are now in this kind of mobility scheme program. Who are the leaders and monitorers of this project? You should know that the fund offered for this project was coming from the European Commission and the General Directorate NEAR, while there are sectorial consortiums who are formed from Chamber of Commerces from the EU and the Eastern Partnership countries who are monitoring our projects, while the business support organization in the two regions, like the Eastern Partnership countries and the EU, are different BSOs, chambers of commerces, and other type of NGOs. So the lead applicant in this case, the Covasna Chamber of Commerce is, and the co-applicant is IMC Armenia, which is an association of consultants from different fields of activity. We will invite soon them to present themselves. About the two countries, there are some short information. Romania is 9 times bigger than Armenia. and the population is 6 times bigger. So there are these type of markets which can develop any type of cooperation. Next, I would like to invite Silva Mesropian, the General Executive Director and Board Member of IMC Armenia, who is our partner in this project, to have her presentation.
Good afternoon and good morning to everyone. Thank you, Miklos, for the presentation. Could you share my presentation? Okay. This is IMC Armenia, which is Association of Business Consultants of Armenia. IMC Armenia is accredited Institute of International Council of IMCs in world, and we are one of the 15 institutes of such associations. IMC Armenia is established in 2011 as a union of business consultants. Could you okay. The mission of creating such association was to create the union of professionals of in business consultancy who can promote the profession among the market and also disseminate the standards of the profession and also ethical norms for all of the consultants. Having the strong consultancy market, it means having good business environment in the country. So you see our strategy, and we try to promote our experts. Christina Arine is one of the who is in Romania just now, participating in this exchange program, and also do international certification for our consultants, market opportunity for them, and also profession among other in market. Our organization was registered in 2011. It's already 12 years that we are operating in our market, and one of the most dynamic association in country. I would like to remind that first of June we will celebrate the Consulting Day, International Consulting Day, which is celebrating in the world and celebrated in Armenia as well. Last year we became full member of ICMPI, and we are the only accredited in South Caucasus, and there are no other association of institutes for business consultants in our region. If we speak about Eastern Partnership, we have two of them. We have I see there is echo, but I don't know why it. Really, I don't know. There is no other technique.
Maybe you should put some headphones.
I hear the same echo in your voice, as well. Maybe there is something connected with the settings. As I don't know how to solve this problem, let me continue. If it's acceptable. As I mentioned, there are two inter-partnership countries. One is in Armenia, the second is in Ukraine. There is no other management consulting institute in inter-partnership countries. There are ISO for our sector, is ISO 2700, and our institute is accredited to provide this ISO certification in our market. We have the most dynamic national institute in our market as well. Now we have members, professionals of association. But besides our members, we unite more than 200 consultants of market. It means that we work with all consultants from our market. And also we are the first one who have certified benefit consultants, and we have now 20 CMCs in South Caucasus. And besides our, there is only one CMC in Georgia and no other certified experts in the region. This is shortly about market. Miklos, can you change the slide?
Sorry, Silva, I have to make a request for the participants. If someone is closer to each other, please depart yourself and please change the rooms where you are staying, because this is why the microphone or doubling those sounds happens.
I will try. The echo is the same. I don't know why it is. Miklos, can you change the slide? Okay. As you see, we already told for our strategy directions that we promote our consultants and create opportunities for them. And for this, we promote them in our website. If you go to our website, you will see all of their profiles, information about them, their specialization, certification, and you can contact them for cooperation. You will see me and Narine from participants, from our participants, and you can meet virtually Armenian consultants. It's so uncomfortable to speak with these echoes, and I don't know how to solve it. Okay, please, can you change it, Miklos? As you see, the topic is tourism, but our association is focused in tourism. It's not our primary direction. We are consultants. You see that having 35 members and also more than 200 experts in our pool cover wide range of sectors by our services. Starting from IT, quality, health, and other sectors. I can bring one example from the hospitality sector. And I know that this project was implemented in Romania as well. It's about EUROCHAMBRES certification, excellence certificate for hospitality businesses. It's very important process, and it's very consultancy. Project implementation. So we did in Armenia. Also, we provided the certification of providing EUROCHAMBRES projects for our local experts as well. You can find such certified businesses as well, because I know that there are more than 10 certified businesses in Romania as well, because this is a common project, and we did in 6 countries. Miklos, and can you change the next? Okay, and also I want to speak about the services, what is suggested by our members, mostly not by our association, because we provide the services by our members. We are actively involved in startup developments, business process management, optimization, finances, marketing, coaching. We have very good coach community in our country. Digital transformation and other wide range of services for business development, starting from the idea stage with a big business improvement and also optimization. As I see that my voice is in good situation, let's go to the next slide. And if you have any question, I can quickly answer to this and somehow solve this problem. Do you have such association in your country? I know that you have it. Are you connected with your
We have different
consultant?
kinds of associations based on their field of activity. There are more precise on their sectors associating, and this is how they are organized. Yes, there is our network of Chamber of Commerce, which also acts like organizing different kind of services for its members, but the members are from different field of activities, and this is how it's similar, but still some differences.
I know that the association is called IMC in your country. And this is association of consultants, and Sorin Kayan, who is very popular consultant, and he was chair of this association.
Yes, it's true. I told you that there are the other type of organization also who are having these consultants from accountancy or from tourism, from different type of activities.
So we are here. We have very good portfolio of consultants, and we will happy to cooperate with any of you. And also, thank you, Miklos, for this cooperation, and hopefully that we will have new opportunities as well to work. I don't know what is changed, but my voice now is better than it was before. And there is no echo. Let's find out why.
Maybe the Zoom had some problems again.
I guess that Zoom didn't want to make my presentation longer, but I am here. I will stay till the end. And if you have any question, just let me know. And also our colleague Naira is in Romania, so you can also find us by her. And for any discussion, we are here.
Regarding our good cooperation and Narin's presence at the Chamber of Commerce of Covasna, I have to tell you that in this project, the experts are staying for a month in the EU country, and they are collecting information and also offering consultancy, not just in this domain, but in many other domains. And the Covasna Chamber of Commerce had applied to this mobility scheme beginning with this year, and from March we had a cooperation, the mobility scheme with Georgia, but it was in the textile industry. And then we organized in April with Moldova, Republic of Moldova, in tourism. So this is how the Armenian project is also in tourism, because it's a very good field of cooperation between SMEs and the economies between the two countries.
Yeah.
Okay, are there any other questions? Then we would like to invite Mr. Ro2AmTur, the Vice President of the Covasna Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the President of the Regional Cluster in Tourism, to have his presentation about the DMOs legislation and DMOs in Romania.
Good afternoon, Armenia. Good afternoon, Transylvania. It's nice to meet you, and thank you for your participation at this webinar. Today, I will present one material about the role of the DM organization in regional tourism development. Miklos, please, my slide.
Yes, yes.
One moment, please.
It's coming.
First of all, I would like to speak about the role of the DMO organization in regional tourism development. We have one problem. One of the problems in developing of the national tourism is the lack of the coordinated organizational system, of which clear competencies, expertises, and adequate funding. The new emergency ordinance 86, which regulates the creation and functioning the destination management organization, provide an opportunity to establish a system of destination management organization and separate their activities. Short, the definition of the DMO organization. It's a legal entity that developed and implement the tourism development and the marketing strategy of the destination in accordance with the legal provision in force. In our country, Romania, we have in this DMOs organization 4 levels. The basic level is the local level. After that is coming the county level, regional level, and on the peak of the mountains at the national level, the Romanian tourism brand. How is the DMOs organization systems? They are constituted as association with legal personality, and it is very important to have public utility. The local organization of the DMO is established on the basis of association of tourism promoted as taxpayers, municipalities, tourism operators, professional, civil and associative organization in the administrative territorial unit of the destination. The minimum criteria to setting up the local DMO organization are: the destination must be a tourist resort of local or national interest, or have at least 100 accommodation places. The organizational structure of the DMO should include at least the function of a tourism manager. The existence of the tourism development and marketing strategy project and action plan must be the minimum annual budget of 30,000 euro. This is the four obligatory rule to constitute this DMO organization. The local DMO organization are obliged to transfer 20% of the special tourism tax paid by tourists to the county DMO, which they belong. Now we are. I will to speak short about the regional DMO organization. The regional DMO develops and implements regional tourism development and the marketing policies, and is established through the association of one or more county destination management organization. In Romania, we have 8 regions. We belong to Transylvania. We said is the best tourism region in Romania. That why it belonged to Brașov, Sibiu, Cluj, Mureș, Harghita, Covasna, Alba, and Bistrița and the South counties. Perhaps you heard about Dracula. We are in Dracula land. Our city is not far, only 50 kilometers from Dracula Castle, but I can say it's not the most important attraction for the tourists to come here in Transylvania. What are the main features of the DMO organizational systems? The objective is to organize and sustainable and competitive tourism. Specific objectives are such tourism management will need to provide visitors a seamless travel experiences. It must provide the destination community with optimal economic, social, environmental benefits, both now and in the long term. It's very important to be a very good destination for the tourists, but not least, it's very important to feel good the locals in their country, because in such cases, I mean, how is feeling one people in Venice as is not tourist. It's very important to combine these two ideas. Principles of our organization system construction, I can say there are 4 very important principles. The first is to building from the bottom to up. As you see on the figure, the local, regional, and the national level. It's very important also the partnerships involving all tourism stakeholders. Very important too, professionalism, building a professional team. And not at least, it's very important, the money and the competence, providing the conditions for actions. What source need one DMO organization? First of all, membership fees, external funding, and many projects. Now I tell you about two positive examples from our country. Covasna country is one of the smallest country from Romania, but we are strong in the tourism. Our main city in our country is San George, Sfântu Gheorghe in Romanian. After 3 or 5 year fighting with the city council, finally in 2022 they make a decision to introduce a special tax for the promotion of tourism in the municipality. And this, for the starting, this tax is 2 lei per person per night. It's equal with 0.4 euro. It's not very much, but it will be applied for all customers over 14 years of age who use accommodation services in one of the commercial accommodation establishments located within the administrative area of the municipality. Being a tax, the fee is not subject of VAT. Is charged and collected by the accommodation service provider from the clients, and it's recorded as a separate item on invoice and in the accounts from the accommodation fee, breakfast, or any other income related to the accommodation. And the question is, how is used this tourism tax? First of all, it's collected by the hotels, apartment hotels, motels, hostels, villas, cottages, bungalows, holiday villages, campsites, and short stay rooms or apartments under the application legislation. From the part of the companies, the monthly collected tax must pay by the 10th of each month for guests registered in the month preceding the month which the payment is made, and submit a statement of account to the local tax authority. And now it's very important what it is spent on. First of all, promotion of tourist destination as tourist objectives in St. George, improving the quality of tourist services and creating new tourist services. Not at least attracting investments in tourism, supporting innovative projects in the field of tourism, promotion and implementation of quality management project in tourism, elaboration of multi-annual programs for the development of tourism in the region, and protecting and improving the quality of the environs through the specific methods and programs to ensure and encourage the development of the tourism function. Another positive example is one of the best spa resort from Romania, which is in our country, Covasna Spa City. They was the first, they introduced in 2018 the tourism tax. It was from the beginning only one lei, and after that 2 lei, and now is 3 lei. It's about 50 euros and more than 50 euros. And in 2022, the city collected 866,000 lei. That means 176,000 euro from this special tax. And from this 134,000 euro was provided by qualified accommodation establishment. Not at least the Covasna Spa City has more than 2,490 accommodation places, and not at least in that spa town there are more than 1,000 mineral water springs. It's on the first place in Romania, such as the number of the mineral water springs. The best hotel in our country is a Balmaniush resort. They have one of the best rate of utilization in Romania, more than 80% per year. This is a very, very good rate, and they have guest nights 2.2. You can see also the figures, and many tourists from abroad. I'm sorry that I don't find any tourists here from Armenia, but I hope that we can build a very good relationships with the Armenian travel agencies, tour operators, and we can start a very good business in field of the tourism too. The purpose of building of the DMO system, increasing the visibility of the destination's tourism brand, increasing the length of stay. It's very important in field of business, and the number of the overnight stays, and increasing the number of tourists arriving to the destination. At the conclusion, in meeting the objectives, destination management organization at all levels ensure that the following: developing tourism development and marketing strategy for the destination, coordinating and implementing the destination's tourist development as a marketing strategy, coordinating the implementation and branding of the destination, working with other destination management organizations to coordinate marketing strategies, integrating and supporting statistical data at the destination level, and not at least conducting tourist market research and tourism. Cooperation with other institutions relevant to tourist marketing and development strategy, contributing to the training of human resources in the field of the tourism, cooperation with similar national and international bodies to promote and increase the attractiveness, mobilizing national and European resources through the various available financial mechanisms, both reimbursable and non-reimbursable, for the development of the tourism programs. Partnerships with other tourist destinations or products, and resource market to increase the regional competitiveness of the destination. In conclusion, the DMO aims to develop and operate a sustainable and competitive tourism system. The DMO is therefore, it is an activity that is in the interest of services of both tourists and host communities, because has a mission to provide tourists with travel experiences, to provide economic, social, and environmental benefits to the host community. It is a system approach to tourism because it seeks to can create an ever-changing balance between tourist supply and demand. It takes all the basic stakes of tourism management as planning, development, marketing, training, and administration are independent activities to create a successful tourism. If you have any questions, thank you for your attention. Miklos, can you continue?
Yes. So,
Can I ask a question?
sorry?
May I ask a question?
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you very much for the informative presentation. Just as we are in the process of developing DMOs on a state level, I wonder how long the DMO system exists in Romania.
No, this movement is on the beginning. We wait since 3 years for the legal ordinance to build this destination management systems. Now there are 9 ready DMOs, and now is building this movement, and we hope that and to end of the year will be already many DMOs. For example, in our region, we have 3 counties, Covasna, Harghita, and Mureș. That name is Secklerland, and we hope that the first DMO, it will be until June, and after that our county, Covasna county, and after that the Harghita county.
Okay, I see. Thank you. So one more question. What's the legal status of the DMOs? Are they association? Because in your presentation, I saw that on the basis of association they were built, or do they have another legal status?
Only association.
Mm-hmm.
As was in my presentation, only association, the public association.
Okay, and probably my last question, how these associations, DMOs, work with the national level DMO, or the government? Do they receive any funds? Because in the presentation, I saw that the main funding sources are 3 memberships, outsourced and some projects implemented. Does the state provide any financial support to these DMOs? And approximately, can you say how much is the annual budget of any DMO?
Yes, I understand. As I said, it is beginning for us in the ordinance from June last year. It's very clear to have one budget. The source it could be from the participation taxes, but the most it must be from the tourism taxes, and is obliged for each level to pay 20% for the next level. But now is one European project, and the regional level can become substantial sources from the European Union. First of all, from tourism tax, and that will be paid for the next level. And it is very important that one DMO can participate as a member only in one level. It's not obliged to participate one local in the county. It could be also for the regional or directly to the national.
Okay, thank you. And I'm very sorry, my last question regarding the governance. So how the DMO or the association is governed? Is it participatory? Does it have a board? Does the local self-government or state have any voice in it? What is the government structure of the DMO?
First of all, as I said, it's built from bottom to the peak, and this is the government obliged only the tourism locations to build these organizations. It's voluntary, but it must, because only the DMOs can provide money from the government. This is the only way to get money from European projects or regional or national tourism projects. It must be.
Okay, I see. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite Christine Horsepian to make her question.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your informative presentation. I have a question regarding the tourism tax. You have mentioned that the tourism tax is one of the main sources of income for DMOs, and I would like to ask whether the tax is on a community level tax or it's a state tax, or how the legislation is done in your country regarding tourism tax.
No, this tax, unfortunately, it's one voluntary tax, and it's on decision of the local authority. They must decide or not to this tourist tax. But
Okay.
it must be. We make a very hard promotion to understand the local authorities the importance to collect the local tax.
So the tax is paid to the local budget, and then the resources are transferred to the DMO budget. Yes, that is the mechanism, or is there any other method?
Yes. The collecting is from the tourists via tourism provider to local authority, and after that to the DMO associations, tourism associations.
Yeah, thank you so much. One more question regarding the connection and relationship between local communities. On what kind of basis do you cooperate with local communities? Do they provide you some, let's say, funding in terms of tourism tax money, or are there any membership, or I don't know how you regulate that?
Yes, I understand. We have a very strong relationships with the local community, and we tried to explain the importance that two ways, as I said in my presentation, to be good things also for the tourists, and to be normal life for the local community. And as you know, the tourism increase another economic ways also. Not only the accommodation, because the tourists spend money in another ways also in the region, and it is an important way to develop the region, but it is very important also to keep the authenticity of the locals, to keep the environment also to attract not on the short time, to attract after 100 years also tourists in that region. There are many ways to convince the locals to the importance of this field of economy, the tourism.
So the communities, municipalities are not members, just they are, let's say, delegating some of their functions in the field of tourism to DMOs, right?
No. For example, on the county level, responsibility is for the county council. It's member.
Okay.
It's member.
Okay.
And the municipality could be also member.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? If not, then I would like to invite Mrs. Deák Gyöngyvér, the Executive Director of the Tourism Development Association of Covasna County, who are making the Visit Covasna teams of a big project with many services, to have her presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon for all participants. And thank you, Miklos, for inviting me to have a short presentation. And I would like to wish you good luck in implementation of this project. Miklos invited me to talk about the history of our tourism association. And indeed, we can talk about history because our story starts in 2005, when a department titled Protected Natural Areas, Monuments and Tourism was established within Covasna County Council. In order to reduce the bureaucratic procedures faced by that department and the projects that were intended to be implemented, efforts were made to externalize this department. As you know very well, tourism is a sector of the national economy that requires imagination and freedom of activities. But with a county public administration institution, these activities need a plan well in advance, and as a result, the work was difficult to carry out. That's why, as I said before, during the years, the department has a lot of bureaucratic procedures. That is why in 2007, the public administration, the county council, decided to establish this Covasna County's Tourist Development Association. The founding members of the association were Covasna County through the county council, the municipality of St. George, through the local council of St. George. Maybe this details can be answered to the question before we had. And the legal basis for the establishment of this association, you can see here the local public administration. Next slide, please, Miloš. Meanwhile, there have been changes in the structures of the association's member, which have also led to expansion of its aims and objectives. In 2023, these days, the Covasna County Tourism Association, you can see we have the following members: the county council, the municipality of St. George, Covasna city, that's Spa city, Bol commune, Catalina commune, and Barod, it's in our county, and Ozun. The purpose of the Covasna County Tourism Association is to develop tourism in Covasna County through the implementation of tourist policies and promotion of tourism. Next slide, please. Miloš. The objectives of the Tourism Association are creating a framework for reflection and expression for the structures involved in tourism, to develop proposals for tourist development policies in our county, to implement approved tourist policy in the Covasna County Council and other partners. And for this purpose, the association can collaborate with public and private organizations, including partnerships with them. Other objectives are to support public and private institutions in the field of tourism, to support the organization of various forms and types of tourism, to develop projects to attract fundings, to publish or to print promotional materials. And we have a treatment center in Ro2A that we maintain. The next slide, please, Miloš. We provide tourist services. We organize gastronomic, tourism activities, events. We participate in events, exhibitions to promote tourist services and our attractions, tours, and packages that we have in our county. We promote to any means the potential of our county. We established tourist information centers. We have 3 such tourist information centers in the county. We prepare, participate, and implement community development programs in the field of tourism. And we want to increase the number of the overnight stays, night spent in our county in tourist accommodation facilities. Next slide, please, Miklos. Our responsibilities are to develop studies, projects, methods, and specific procedures for implementing tourism programs and forecast in our county. We provide the specific framework necessary for establishing contacts between Romanian partners and between foreign partners. We encourage and support promotional activities at county, regional, and international level. And you will see organize a lot of information activities. Next slide, please, Miklos. And in order to fulfill the aims and tasks to promote Covasna County as a destination in Romania and abroad, our association has a strategy and a model of communication based on 3 pillars. These pillars are history. We promote our county land of the manor houses. The second pillar is health from nature as a land of mineral waters and fats. And the third is nature campaign. We promote our county as an ecotourism destination. Yes, our promotional activities in this field, in the field of PR and tourism marketing, we create regular contents, descriptive invitations. You can see in the table some numbers about our statistics. Next slide, please, Miklos. We have articles on websites, in magazines. You can have a lot of articles, magazine names where we have these comments. Yes, with this program, it's the title is in Romanian. Our goal with this action was to increase the visibility of Covasna County as an attractive, competitive tourist destination. This DigiTrust is, I think, the leading media trust in Romania. You can see our statistics with this project, this paper. On the next slide, you can see some pictures on this project. The next action was an info trip on the next slide, where wanted to increase the visibility of tourist facilities and objectives in our county. We wanted to include the offers of tour operators and reselling travel agencies, as well as facilitating the establishment of business relations with service provider in the county. Next slide, please. Another info trip with for local tour operators. With this activity, we wanted also to increase the demand and sales on the local market of tourist offers in our county. On the next slide, you can see also statistics about another info trip promoting Covasna country. Mr. Ivan Pascu is one of the famous Romanian influencers in the field of tourism. So we could increase the demand and sales on the domestic market of tourist offers in Covasna County. On the next slide, you can see pictures and contents shared by this famous influencer, Răzvan Pascu. Yes, thank you, Miklos. We have contents on one of the biggest outdoor magazine, our promotional editorial. You can see our appearance, YouTube videos, and likes of media appearance. Yes, we reached also the Polar Circle in an expedition which visited 11 countries with our website, Visit Covasna. Yes, another successful project was the cycling tour of touristical resources in our country with the media personality Lucian Ro2A. He has very a lot of followers, so we could show our touristical resources to a lot of participants. On the next slide, you can say our dates about our Facebook followers, associations, followers on our Instagram, and you can see that last year outside Romania, this and Visit Covasna was the most used application in Hungary, Germany, and the UK. And maybe next year we will have some visitors from Armenia too. The next slide. Yes, as I said, we participate the fairs and festivals. You can see here some of statistics about these festivals. You can go forward the Miklos with the slide because there are about these festivals and pictures about these. Yes. Okay. Yes, okay, you can backward, please, Miklos, one side back. Yes, thank you. We have this marathon running competition also with our brand Visit Covasna, which we have organized every year. Last year we had this very interesting hot air balloon festival. It was international edition. Next slide, please, Miklos. Yes, I talked about free tourist information center which we have in St. George, in Covasna town and Barau town. You can see here how many visitors we have from country, from abroad, how many leaflet brochures and maps we have distributed, and so on. Yes, on the next slide, you can see also how we try to develop our tourist attractions and how which events we organize to have direct implication in increasing the number of organized stays in our county. Yes, one more slide, please, Miklos. I talk about this our little treatment center in Hertuika, where one more slide, please, Miklos. Can you? Okay. Thank you. We have this little treatment center where it is managed by the association, where we have electrotherapy procedures, hot mineral water baths, medical consultation, massage, sauna, fitness, and accommodation services. And on the last slide, I would like to present our team, and I thank you for the invitation. Thank you for.
Thank you.
Okay,
Are there another slide? Are there any questions?
May I ask a question, please?
Yes, please.
My name is Svetlana. I'm from Tavush DMO, and I would like to know all these team members, do they constantly work at Visit Romania, or it's like a...
Yes, they are. Yes, my colleagues. Yes, they work at the association. They are employers of the association.
Okay. And how many team members are working on marketing particularly?
5 persons.
Okay, thank you so much.
This is Wasefia, please. Ro2AmTur, if you have a question, please.
Yes, I have. Thank you so much. I would like to ask, as I saw in your presentation, you, as a DMO, also run spa center, or I don't know whether I call it correctly. My question is, as an association operating in Romania, are you allowed to have also touristic service providing opportunities, and the funding that you are getting from that, let's say, business? Do the funds are going to the operational costs of the DMO?
Yes, we have this possibility. We have fundings from the Covasna county, and these activities last from about 10 years. So it's everything all right. The funding comes from the Covasna county, and we have this tuika, very hot tuika in Hungarian, and we don't have any problems with this to finding this treatment center.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are there any other questions? If not, we will continue. I would like to invite Mr. Kulcsár László, who is member of the local council of Georgian city or Gyergyósz and Miklós. His presentation made of 3 parts. I will play the first part of this presentation.
Barev Dez.
So that works like this. Yes. Thank you. I will share the next slide.
Okay. Barev Dez.
Yes. Then Mr. Kuchar, please.
Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? Yes, okay.
The same echo.
I'm honored to be with you and make new connection with Armenia and Romania. I want to say a great greetings for the governor of Lori, Mr. Aram Kachatarian, because we are in twins with Hargita country. Our community is an NGO in Romania, Hargita country. Besides of the church, an Armenian church. I don't know if you have knowledge about the origins of Armenians in Romania. In some words, I want to present us. Our relatives comes from the Caucasus, from the Ani, the 1001 churches in the 17th century. The population was forced to fly by the attack of the Seljuk. At first time on the Crimea Peninsula was stopped with the Turkish conquerors in their wake, the Armenians were forced to move on. Someone goes to Moldova, others in Poland. In Gheorghen city in Romania, they are since the 16th century, when the ruler Apophis Mihai gave the right of residence to the Armenian colonies, merchants in special for the 5 regions in Transylvania. In those times, the Armenians have important financial power and social capital, became an engine of the areas, raising the localities to the city level. They building hospitals, school clubs, giving a very important rank. When the EU is so tired to managing itself, it is our opportunity to use the advantage of the relatives. And please, Mr. Karoly, the slides not so quick. A little one, if you can stop the slides. Okay. It is a very, very important speech from Mr. Hamlet Kasparian, in that time the ambassador in Romania, when he said that he's considering Gheorghen as a gateway between Armenia and Romania. And here it is, because since that time we are in twinning mode by Lori country as Harghita country twinning, and Gheorghen city as with Alaverdi. Our idea is that in our days, it is time to build friendships and go good relations. It is very, very important to make some business contacts between our communities. This is why since 2 years ago, we started to make some conference as this one in Harghita country with Visit Harghita. And as you will see on the next slides, please now, Mr. Karoly. Okay, this is some pictures when we visited Alaverdi, the twin city of Gheorghen, in 2040. Next slide. You can see after that some presentation on the local television in Armenia. You will be able, after you get this presentation. And in 2019, we signed the twin document in Lori in Vanadzor. Okay, next slide, please. So this is the last year's conference about tourism in Harghita country with Visit Harghita and with the Armenian partners too, with the Lori region administration and Armenian Tourism Federation, and the Interest Holding was able to be in our contact. It is a great opportunity to us, and I'm the leader for this events to be this participation in between twins, because we can give a lot of opportunity to our managers, to our tourism sector. And I salute your opportunity, this implementation of the excellent project. And it is a very, very good thing to make this kind of contacts. Okay, please, the next slide. Here you see who was present on our program. Yes. As in, next slide, please. Yes, a great hello at the end of the event. Next slide. On each of our events, Mr. Ambassador present in our city, Mr. Sergei Minassian, and his wife, a great leader and a great partner in all of activities we are doing as cultural, historical, touristical, and all kind of projects. Next slide, please. Yes. I don't know if you know what is it. It's a traditional Armenian food, furut, it is called, and teyetsei, I try to write it in Armenian. I don't know if it is perfectly correct, but I think somewhere there it is. It is in our region, this kind of furut soup is a famous traditional gastronomic specialty. As well as I know, the Armenians at home in Armenia, not so many people know this kind of goodness. You will be able if you come to visit us. Next slide, please. We are present on every kind of cultural, touristical events with Armenian traditional clothes, Armenian traditional objects, presentations, children's dancings. Next slide, please. Here is where we cooking the traditional Armenian soup, the hurut soup. We are making some concourses with all kind of regions in Romania who can and know this kind of soup. We come to make this presentation. So after Mr. Ambassador Hamlet Kasparian said in that time, the gateway is open. Please accept our partnership. Thank you. Please, Mr. Karoid, the finished film. The third film. Thank you one more time.
Thank you. Please wait till I open the next slide.
progress.
Thank you, Mr. Kulchar. Do you have any question? If no, then I will invite Mrs. Anahit Manassian, Certified Business Consultant by ICMC IGI, PhD in Economics, to present her overview of Armenian tourism industry.
Thank you very much for the speech. Let me share the screen with you, dear colleagues. Just a second. First of all, I would like to start my presentation with a small humorous story. Wherever I'm going, visiting different countries, some people asking me, where are you from? I'm answering, I'm from Armenia. Romania? I said, no, Armenia. Graf Dracula? I said, no. The country who hosted the first tourists, Armenia, and our first tourists were Noah with family. So what I would like to advise you, just follow the example of Noah, and you are welcome to our homeland. I'm so happy to have this occasion and to greet our Romanian colleagues and to get acquainted with you and to see the similarities with my people, with my country, and the culture and traditions. So I hope that somehow we will host you in our homeland. Yes, sorry. Sorry, who is sharing the screen? And that's why I'm having the echo here. Other participant is sharing. Sorry, can you stop the sharing? Otherwise, you have this echo.
Yes, I will stop it
Please.
now, and
I will do that myself, and I will share with you my screen if you don't mind, in order to escape this echoing.
now it's better.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me, my dear colleagues?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I hear you.
So let me continue. So I would like to do a small presentation about the current trends and future prospects of tourism trends in Armenia, and I would like to show you some nice examples how the tour operator companies could promote Armenia and could become a reason of establishing good diplomatic and cultural relationship with other countries. Let me turn the page. Sorry, who is turning? Okay, please, can you permit me to share my own screen, Mr. Nicholas? May I ask you this permission? Because thank you very much. Here, first of all, I would like to talk about the inbound tourists, about our targets, how we are in general attracting our locals. And what we are offering them, this is first of all weekends in the silence. So the locals prefer nature or mountains or some other pilgrimages or picnics in the nature, and to have their nice and memorable moments, and to enjoy the silence. You know, the big majority of the locals, these are the people living in capital, and of course in other big cities that there's full of crowd and noise, and they're preparing to have their weekends in the silence. And which is very now we are what we are offering them. We are offering B&Bs. We are offering them very nice private houses to rent, and to have their nice weekends in the nature. Our next target is considered to be tourists coming from various countries. Of course, first of all, let me mention that the biggest market for Armenia, tourist market, is Russia. And on the first place that we have the Russian tourists, and they are they are traveling to Armenia all year, entire year round, and how we are promoting our country and how we are attracting various tourists. These are three main points. People. One of the most hospitable people in the world. By the way, we are very, very smiley, very nice, and very open to our guests. We don't like this word tourist. Of course, it is international word. It is somehow, let's say, a scientific term, but we prefer to call our tourists guests. And of course, we treat them like guests, not tourists. The second is nature. Very rich endemic species you can find here in Armenia, and you know that the South Caucasian region is really very unique with this with its endemic species. And according to the scientists, the big majority of this species are concentrated in Armenia, by the way, and unfortunately some of them are registered in the Red Book, and we are conserving them, preserving them with very, very tentative way. And if you want, you can visit and have bird watching. It is one of the most beloved and let's say funny, entertaining activity for our guests. And of course, culture. We are talking about one of the oldest civilizations. This is Urartu. Perhaps you have heard about it from the historic books, and we would like to say that this is the history of Urartu is more than 7,000 years, and it is established by the locals, and the Armenians that are living here are the true historic and genetic successors of Urartian people. So you are welcome to see us as an endemic people and see how we are natural, how we are eco and well preserved in this region. The next, what I would like to present, these are the entertainments, what we are offering either the locals or our guests. Jazz. Perhaps you have heard that Yerevan is the third capital of the jazz, and we have here many, many interesting and cool jazz clubs that are attracting approximately everyone who visits Yerevan. Here you will see Malhas, one of the most famous jazzmen in the world. And of course, here we have different small jazz fests, but also very unique, and you are able here to enjoy Armenian jazz. very ethnic and very nice one, by the way. Also, what we are offering, wine and cognac streets. In Yerevan, you will see very interesting and, let's say, cool streets with nice architecture of established by Tamanyan style. And there we have a very good, cool wine clubs, pubs, cognac restaurants that are offering our Armenian and the delicious cognac. I'm sure that you have tasted it, and you will have this opportunity to taste and to have a cognac evening in Yerevan too. Of course, very interesting festivals, wine and eau de vie fests. One of the most known wine fest in autumn is happening here in Armenia, Bayot province. So you are always welcome to come and to participate in this wine fest. And of course, interesting events like music days or wine days of Yerevan. By the way, the wine days is one of the most beloved one of Russians. They are saving the dates for coming to Yerevan and to participate in these wine days. Soon in May, it is going to happen, by the way, for your information. If you want, you are always welcome. Come and be our guests in May during this wonderful Yerevan days. I would like to talk about also winter tourism, which is also very interesting. And now we see how the tendencies, the modern trends for Armenians and for our guests is the winter tourism. What we are offering? We are offering two interesting and unique destinations, and one which is very common. The first is Ashotsk. It is very unique with its special plateau for race skiing. By the way, this is the only one in the world with long-lasting winter. Till the mid of June, we have snow there, and our ski racers have the opportunity to enjoy the winter and to train themselves on this plateau. The other destination is the Mount Ararat, the second highest mount of Armenia after Ararat. And here our ski mountaineering sportsmen, they are fond of skiing there. And again, till the mid of June, we have snow on this on the peaks of the mountain. And the guests from different countries like Austria, Germany, they are coming to Armenia in order to have this opportunity to ski on the peaks of Ararat. And Tsakhvadzor, this is a very simple, very common place, but again, it is rich with some sport infrastructures. We were offering various products, either for sportsmen or for simple citizens who are fond of skiing, just skiing. The next, which is also very interesting destination. The oldest winery in the world is found out in Armenia, in Bayot, which is called Areni Cave, and it is 6,000 years old, more than 4,000 years old winery. Sorry for the mistake. And here was found the oldest show. I don't know, have you ever heard about on news about this finding? The oldest show, which is older than even the pyramids in Egypt. And now it is presented in the Museum of the History of Armenia. You have the chance to come to see the real excavation processes of this winery, and to see the entire, let's say, an interesting cave museum. Also for your information, near this winery, we are organizing every year in the autumn, in October, the Wine Fest, the biggest wine fest in the region. What else we are offering to our guests and the locals? Oldest tradition of wine and beer. We have very interesting wineries either in Bayot or in Aragazotan provinces of Armenia, and of course beer companies, beer producing enterprises that they keep the oldest tradition of beer production. So good events, nice weddings, interesting other music days for our guests. We are organizing there in these wineries or beer enterprises. Be our guests and enjoy these opportunities, by the way. So I would like also to talk about the outgoing that we are offering to our locals, also to other guests who are fond of double touch destination. We are talking like we are telling like this when, for example, from Russia, the guests are coming to Armenia to have some mountainous activities. Then they are choosing another destination for maritime vacation. We have such kind of double touch tour packages for them, and also we have special tour packages for the locals. As you know, that Armenia don't have a sea. We are fond of the maritime destinations, and we prefer to have our summer vacations in the destinations where there are seas. So but what is very interesting, why I have mentioned here Egypt, Montenegro and Tunisia, these are the countries that thanks to the tour operator companies, our states could establish a good diplomatic relationship, and now we are in the process of developing the cultural relationships between these countries. By the way, concerning the Egypt and Tunisia, I would like to emphasize that this project I did with my client, Andriva company, and we started to develop these destinations for Armenian tourists, and now this Egypt is the toppest destination preferred by Armenians, and Tunisia is the new one that day by day we see how it is growing, and how it is becoming attractive for the locals. And thanks to the efforts of my client, now there is a visa procedure facilitation for Egyptian tourists. They can visit Armenia with a very easy way by completing the e-visa and entering Armenia without any strict restrictions. And concerning the Tunisia, there is a visa elimination. So all the citizens of Tunisia, they can travel to Armenia without any visa requirements. So the next step that right now we are developing, this is exportation and importation with Egypt and Tunisia for replacing the Turkish products. And also we are going to organize a big concerts either in Egypt or in Tunisia, by attracting either locals or other tourists to get acquainted with our Armenian culture. So this is it. Thank you very much for your attention. As I said, I will be very happy to host you in my homeland. We are waiting for you, dear colleagues from Romania. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Nait. It was very nice, your presentation. And also, we are very glad to open up new cooperation with Armenia. As you've seen, we have a very good Armenian community, maybe 1,000-year-old community who is they are actively keeping their ethnicity or remembering the traditions, and they can also be a good pillar for this cooperation.
Sure, I'm
Any
absolutely
questions?
sure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Are there any questions? If no, then we will continue with Narine Simonian,
Thank you very much.
who is a DMO, Visitor Information Center Advisor at the Ministry of Economy and Tourism in the Tourism Committee, the highest board in the Armenia in tourism, to have her presentation.
Thank you very much. Would you please allow me to share my screen?
Yes, of course.
Okay, again, thank you very much for the invitation and for this wonderful opportunity to exchange thoughts about tourism in both countries. I think my colleague Anna Hitminasyan very perfectly introduced Armenia and our tourism niches and products. However, I have a small presentation, so if you don't mind, I will also go on quickly through my presentation. Before starting, I would like also to mention that last year the Tourism Committee organized the rebranding of Tourism Armenia, and also we launched our website, armenia.travel. So if you are interested in more details, you can visit our website and read there. So Armenia is a country at the crossroads of Europe and Asia with a population of about 9 million people, 3 million people, sorry, I wish it would be 9. With a very wonderful climate, 300 sunny days a year, with 4 seasons, so hot summers, rainy autumns, cold winters, and of course, warm spring. Our visitors feel here like at home, as Anna had already mentioned. They are not just tourists, they are our guests, and we treat them as our personal guests, providing them with all the hospitality, with all the comfort and safety. Armenia is also a budget destination, so people like backpackers or people who would like to travel, not organized tours, but everything do on their own and themselves, can also visit Armenia. It is a destination so-called all-in-one, when it can fulfill the requirements of expectations of different people with different tastes and desires. So Armenia is a country of first. This is the first country who adopted the Christianity. Our capital, Yerevan, is one of the oldest cities in the world. It is even older than Rome. Our alphabet is one of the ancient alphabets, and so on. So the list can be really very long. And this is one of the reasons why people come here. We really have very long history and rich history. And alongside also we have a rich cultural heritage. 3 of them are listed in UNESCO World Heritage Site. We also have intangible cultural heritage, starting from our traditional bread, like its technique, bread making technique, to sound of duduk and its music, the national musical instrument, which is made of an apricot tree, our dance, kochari, and so on. So it's a country of really rich culture when the visitors can fulfill their and feel this powerful energy. The cuisine, I would like also to talk about the cuisine, which every visitor, I haven't met any visitor who didn't mention about the taste of fruits, how sweet they are, how tasty they are. And this is one of our targets directions. So the tourism committee has 4 main target directions: culture, nature, adventure, and gastro. Gastro, of course, combined with wine tourism. So a short video about our gastronomy. I'm sorry. So we talked about Armenian wine quite a bit today. So we have 5 winemaking regions and over 120 Armenian wine brands, which are world famous. They are exported to various countries. In Germany, we have a big stock where our wine is being exported, and from there is provided already to the customers. We are also very proud to have a wide range of adventure opportunities for adventure seekers, which include jeeping, air balloon, horseback riding, rafting, wildlife observation, mountain cycling, kayaking, hiking, paragliding, and so on. So the list can really go long. Armenia is also a year-round destination. Not only in summer or spring we offer unforgettable experiences, but also in winter. During winter season, our guests can have different experiences like hiking, paragliding, snow kiting, skiing, snowshoeing, snowboarding, and so on. And probably if I sum up with my last video about adventure tourism. Probably this much about the presentation, but as at the beginning of the meeting, we talked about, just stop sharing. Yeah.
Thank you, Narina. If there are any questions, I must say that Armenia is very beautiful, and all this presentation makes it more attractive. Also, I want to emphasize that this time in this project we are helping SMEs and other tourism actors to cooperate, and hopefully there will be a strong connection for a long time. Next presentation will be made by Mrs.
I have a question. So,
yes, please. Please, Anahi.
Sorry, Narine, can you just tell to our guests what the annual calendar of 2023? Perhaps some dates will be very interesting for our partners, and let's hope that they will save the dates and they will visit us maybe on some event or.
Yeah, sure. So we have plenty of festivals planned this year. So in June, we have as Anait already mentioned, the Yerevan Wine Days, which you are very welcome to join if you manage, because it's something you will not forget. It's organized on Saryat Street, and all the capital and guests are just cheering out there. In October, we also have Areni Wine Days, but actually, maybe I can share with you the link of all events. It's also available on our website, but if you provide me some emails, I will definitely share it with pleasure.
Narine,
Please copy the link in the chat.
You can, yes, put the link in the chat, and then
okay, sure.
Whoever wants. Thank you very much, Narine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Other questions? If not, then I will invite Svetlana Yegikian, a PR and marketing specialist, to have her presentation. Sorry, probably I make a mistake. Mrs. Christine Hovsepian?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you share the presentation?
Yes.
First of all, hi again to everyone, and thank you for this opportunity to present our DMO in this wonderful occasion. Lorry Tourism Destination Office is comparatively new organization because it has been founded on 2021, and yeah, thank you. We can slowly go on. Yeah, thank you. And being established by the private initiative, Lorry DMO has now more than 50 members of private sector as DMO members, and our main goals, please to the previous slide. And our main goals of the organization is to, of course, to contribute the development to the development of tourism in Lorry, and taking into account that in Armenia, tourism in the regional level has a lack of institutional basis. DMO was the first organization who has got the responsibility and who has been in charge of tourism development in the whole region, apart from regional government who has some liabilities but lack of resources to do some practical coordination works. And our main goal was, apart from contributing to the development, it was especially mapping and documentation of tourism sector and development of new tour products and experiences. Also, I wouldn't invent a bicycle if I said that one thing is to do promotion and marketing of the region as a DMO, and another thing is to ensure that the hospitality services that are available in the region are provided in a high quality manner. Also, as a DMO, we are promoting Lorry region as a destination. We are doing some branding, promotional work, and developing some marketing strategy for development of the destination. And also, Lorry DMO was one of the first initiatives of cooperation and, let's say, discussion among public, private, and governmental parties. And regarding our main objectives and main tasks as an organization, we have been a quite new organization. We have decided for ourselves to be more active in those several aspects, such as conducting research on the tourism market, to collect data and to analyze it, to understand what is the main markets and the potential markets of the region. Also to develop various tourism products, to develop new products, and to package Lorry as an attractive destination for the visitors. But apart from that, we do quite a lot to do some capacity building, and we do it via trainings for local tourism service providers and also via quality control. We were the organization who established also webpage travel.lorry.am. You can visit and get more information about the region, and also to present region on social media and to promote a destination on a social media as well. Thank you. The next slide. And taking into account that lots of we can move off. Thank you so much. I guess we missed one slide. Yeah, thank you. This is regarding Lorry DMO governance. The governing bodies of Lorry DMO are the General Assembly, and from the General Assembly we are choosing board, which is more actively involved in the governing process of the organization, and also the executive director. As I said, the General Assembly is the highest body, so the main decisions regarding on the strategic level are being adopted and decided by the members of General Assembly. And we have started as an organization with 10 founding members, and as of now we have more than 50 private representatives. And also we are strongly cooperating with local government institutions such as community leaders and also regional government, who is mainly responsible for the governmental level tourism development in our country. And I will not go to much details, but I would like to invite you of a short excursion in our region, because we always say that Lorry is a destination to visit for one day, and to make a decision to stay longer, maybe for a month. And lots of people experiencing this peaceful atmosphere are deciding to stay for a life. So is it, we say visit Lorry for a day, a month, or a life. Thank you. We can move on. Lorry is quite rich, and it is neighboring, as you can see in the map, this orange colored region in Armenia. It is the northern region of Armenia. It is neighboring to Georgia, and it has a quite rich heritage, more than 3,000 cultural monuments, lots of natural and other attractions that are quite interesting for the visitors. Thank you. As I mentioned we can move on. As I mentioned, we are neighboring to Georgia, and one funny thing to tell about my region, it's like 2 hours to drive to Tbilisi, which is the capital of Georgia, and 3 hours to drive to Yerevan from our region. So most of tourists who visit Georgia sometimes prefer to visit our region and to experience one journey, 2 countries experience in one trip. So it is really comfortable thing to do. So whenever you will be in Georgia, you are free to visit our region as well and to experience totally another culture and another country by just 2-hour drive. Yeah, thank you. And we can move slowly. Yeah. As my colleagues have already mentioned, Armenia has quite deep culture and rich heritage. And in Lorry, we have 2 sites of UNESCO heritage monuments, and one of the sites you can see in the photo. And also, apart from cultural heritage, we are offering, yeah, thank you. We can move. Just go slowly, yeah. Another site of UNESCO is Christian heritage, is one of the first Christian countries, like the first Christian country in the world. You can see one of the oldest monuments in our region as well. It's also historical heritage, such as fortresses and different historical ancient monuments that you can see and experience, and those are mainly untouched. Also museums, quite extraordinary concepts of museums. Thank you. And what is extraordinary of our region, about our region, is that we keep traditions, and lots of traditions you can see and experience yourself visiting Lori. Diverse and breathtaking nature. Lori Canyon is one of the most fascinating gorges in the world, and just the look of that height makes you feel that connection with the nature, and to feel that peace that you can experience in here. Thank you. We are a part of Transcaucasian Trail, and Lori has quite developed hiking trails, which are offering diverse and interesting landscapes and different spots to just work and experience. And you can see some views from that trails. And the diversity of the nature that can make your, and also warm and welcoming people, artisans that provide some interesting local food experience. So there are lots of touristic products available in Lori. You can see such as ecotourism activities, agritourism activities, adventure tourism, gastrotourism, recreational tourism, because Lori has quite diverse recreational culture and traditions in here. Camping, glamping, which is really developed in our region. Also adventure tourism, such as rafting experience, is one of the, let's say, unique selling points of our region. So the experiences might be diverse, but people usually prefer to Lori for the opportunity to become one with nature and to experience the richness of the culture. Yeah. Yeah, you can just move, and people will see the diverse suggest and offer that we might. It's adventure tourism. It's zilling, which is quite a new product. Cycling. Yeah, zilling, you know probably what is zill, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, it's mountain biking, because we have one of the only pump tracks in the region, Caucasus region. It's camping areas which provide diversity of services, not just camping, but also some educational concepts. Glamping, which is quite developed. Recreational tourism, because we have, let's say, botanical gardens and recreational centers in our region. Of course, cuisine, because they say whenever you are in Armenia, you will not have the opportunity to stay with an empty stomach. It doesn't matter whether it's a business or just an ordinary house, they will invite you and feed you as your grandmother would do it. Yeah. So we are having gastrofests of edible plants, and khorovaz, which is Armenian barbecue, and also, which is quite typical for my region, is Soviet modern architecture, because we have lots of abandoned architecture and industrial places from Soviet times, which are now not operating, and you can just have that time machine and to go like 40-50 years back and to experience how it was during the Soviet times. But along with that, we also have innovation and IT opportunities in our region, like modern architecture, IT solutions for tourists to experience the harmony between nature and modern experiences, and also lodging variety, because we have quite many accommodation services in here. So it was the time to share Lori with you. Hopefully you like it, and you will have more chances to meet and experience, not virtually, but also face to face. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do you have any question? beautiful Lori region. It's also in the services is quite similar to our region. However, the mountains are higher, but in many ways it's similar. Also, we can learn a lot about your DMOs and how they are working. The website is excellent. Okay.
Miklos, may I add that Alaverdi, which was presented before, is in Lori region.
Okay.
The city who has sisterhood with your Romanian city is in the same region.
Yes, yes, I see the presentation,
Yes.
the mentioning of Lori. Actually, Georgian or Gyergyószer Miklós is in the neighboring county, in Harghita County, in the northern part of this county. It's a 2-hour-long drive from St. George City. But anyway, they are in this CK or secular region. Probably you understood from the story presented by Mr. Kulchar that the Armenians are 1,000-year-old neighbors and co-citizens of these places. So yes, they are very integrated. The local CK culture, but also keeping their Armenian traditions. In Romania, actually, there are in Transylvania, there are other places where the Armenians stood, and in the 1700s they had a financial power even to establish a new city. This city called in Hungarian Szabósújvár and in Romanian Gerla is this city built by those Armenians, but also in Cluj or Kolozsvár there are, and in my city I also have known people with Armenian origins. However, they speak less Armenian. They speak more Hungarian or Romanian, but there are plenty of time to learn and to have these experiences. Okay, are there any other questions? Then I will invite Svetlana Yegikian, if she here.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. How would you like to have your presentation? Should I go through or
Yes,
you would share your screen?
yes, I will ask you to share our presentation.
Okay.
Okay.
And now we are presenting Tavush region.
Yes, I am representative of Tavush Tourism Development Agency. We Tavush DMO, if we say short. And first of all, thank you for inviting us to this meeting. It is very important for us, for our organization, always have new partners, meet new partners and collaborate with them. If we go on the first slide, I would talk about our organization little. Our company was established in 2013 in the framework of cooperation with the Regen region of Germany. So the The main goal of our organization is to contribute to the development of sustainable tourism in Tavush region, as usual DMO does. We have a small team. Next slide, please. Yes, the executive director and 4 team members. Also, our organization has a council. The head of the council is the chairman, Gora Alexanyan. He works remotely, but other staff members, we are working together in one office. The main mission and principles of our organization. Next slide, please. I will not stay for long, just say that the mission of organization is to promote Tavush tourism development towards its technologization, systematization, continuously, reproduction and education, because we have very good geographical position. We have a great nature, we have a mild climate, and everything for what is needed for good tourism development, but we try to make it more accessible, comfortable, and more usable for tourists. So for this development, we accomplish a lot of work in different trends. We do professional reprofiling courses. We are developing hiking trails. We are do meetings with local businesses identify needs and suggestions, challenges that have our community, so business representatives, so we can help them to solve the problems that we have and make more opportunities for them to solve their problems together. And by that we are organizing visits and familiarization trips for next. Please go back to 6 slides. So we organize farm trips for children, for locals, for tourists from inside of Armenia or outside, for famous people to come to our region and discover it. So let's discover Tavush together. Organization visit was one of most successful for local youth and children who live there, but don't have an opportunity to discover place where they live or nearly villages or near towns. So it was a great discovery for them. For how diverse and interesting our region is. So we do the same work with external tourists, but I will talk about little later. Also, we organize we organize training courses for local tourism, CMS, HoReCa, business sphere representatives from external experts, so they can learn or know how to manage their business better. One of the main our partners is GIZ organization for Germany, so we have many meetings with their representatives or their team workers who make trainings for us, for our locals, and also will support, coordinate, and participate in various festivals that take place in the region. By that, we making trails, we make touristic signs, we do reconstruction, we do constructions of hiking trails. So the way or path to tourist destination would become more accessible and well known for tourists who would like to travel from themselves, so they could reach actually the destination they have picked. One of our I may say that one of our work is a tourist familiarization visit to Tavush region for well-known people such as bloggers or famous people, singers, media representatives. They come to our region for 2, 3, 4 days, and they highlight in their social media what can suggest our region, and the views of that publication overcome than 1 million. Another product of Tavush DMO is this woman on the photo who has established, next slide please, she has established Tavush Tourism Club. It's a place where we gather together all tourism sphere representatives of our region. So they are HoReCa businessmen, the local government representatives, the media representatives, etc. So at that meetings that we organize, we're strengthening tourism businesses by bringing to everybody's attention new product development. So if there is something new on the market in our region, we try to invite and involve those people to come to our meetings and share their experience. We also have a network connection part where everyone who's on that meeting, they collaborate, chat with each other, and understand how can they collaborate and be useful for each other. And the third component is advertising, marketing, event invitation. So we try to somehow promote their businesses or collaborate them to become more well-known in the region, Armenia, or outside the country. The next slide is about our website. So we also have a visit tavush.com website about our region. Unfortunately, as my presentation is PowerPoint, there is no opportunity to show you a little video, but if you visit our website, you will see it on a home page. So next slide, please. Tavush region has a various number of experiences that we can suggest, but I would like to stop on 4, not to repeat my colleagues. So we have a very different directions of activities as spiritual, educational, culture, socio-economic. So we have Tavush Sense, where every tourist can learn how to dance local dances or sing or try to play or know how to play national instruments. The second one is a carpenter's house. So we have here many carpentry or stone or different school workshops, which has free or for little amount somehow classes where you can participate and make yourself, for example, a jewelry or from wood souvenir and etc. We have also in our Tavush region, we have 4 towns. In each town, we have art centers. On the slide, there is Arar, and Armenian National Art Center. So you can also visit this place, participate in courses, and make something and take it with you. And another experience that we suggest is team making. So tourist, if he wishes, and everyone who wishes, may himself collect herbals to prepare unique design tea. for every flower that he flavor that he prefers for himself. So we have another, yes, we have a website which constantly update and going. We have a database, the different types, so where we collect all information that are relevant on tourism sphere. On our website is very diverse. It have a lot of sections about DMO, about the region, about heritage, culture, and also we have a blog session where we try to cover all interesting and trending thoughts and events that are ongoing in our region. And also we have a brand book. Next slide, please. I would like to stay for a little on it. So our brand book is consisting of 3 different arcs. So if you want to visit Tavush, you should pass through a tunnel from moving from tunnel. It's like this tunnel represents like an arc from. So when you go out that tunnel, you see the first one is heritage. That presents like a church here in the first arc. So we say that we have a very rich history and we are ready to share it with everyone who is interested in. The second one is the nature, that we have a very beautiful landscape typical to the region, and I can say that Tavush covers more than 40% of forests from all over Armenia, and rich with mountains, rivers, waterfalls, and etc. And the third one is the education. And third, icon representing education as an all format with traditional arcs from Goshavank Monastery as a sign of a major medieval university. So now currently we have a UWC college here, we have State College University, we have another educational enterprises. So we can say that the Tavush region is not only for not only a great nature or heritage or cuisine, etc., but it also can be an educational center too. And if to be short, I would say this. And if you have any questions, I will gladly answer them. The another advantage of our region that we also have a similar border with Georgia as a lorry has. So we also can be a region which tourists can visit and continue their way to Georgia or from Georgia to Armenia. I guess that's so. And lately, for the recent events, our region has become a destination for, if I may say, digital nomads. We have many tourists who came to our region for work and stayed here for a long time, which is great. I guess a great success for us. I guess that's all.
Thank you, Svetlana. Anybody have any questions regarding Tavush region? Again, I can say that I saw the DMO webpage and it's very well organized and good. I would invite everybody to visit our DMO's webpage, which is visit covasna.com, and also there are many good information. Mr. Kulchar, if you have a question, please.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
The question is if you are interested to organize tourists from Armenia to Romania too, or only to from Romania to Armenia. We are interested to have you as a tourist in Romania too.
Of course we are, because the collaboration can't work towards one side. So we can suggest that we make some posts on our social media or on our website, some information how Armenian tourists may visit Moldova or Romania or common another country. So if there is a need or interest in that, we can do it together and make some materials that will promote both destinations.
Yes, it would be great, because we have a lot of interesting to present.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Now we are close to finish our meeting. I will ask you to turn your camera on to have a group photo of participants.
I think will be better to stop share the screen.
Yes. Thank you very much. I also would like you to send us to everyone, of course, your contact details if you want to be contacted by anybody. We will not promote this in other groups, just between us. And as I told you earlier, the whole Zoom registration and the presentations will be presented on the Covasna Chamber of Commerce webpage and will be shared on this Ro2AmTur Facebook page through YouTube, and in many places you will see. Of course, hopefully a broader audience will listen to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this opportunity and this exchange of experience, and I hope that it will be very effective and productive for both countries, for both side DMOs, and it was very interesting opportunity to see two countries' destinations and think about to come back Romania again.
We would like you to host in Covasna County also. I don't know if you visited other cities in the region or if you are looking for the Dracula theme.
Yeah.
Everything is attractive here too, and yes, regions are with snow sometimes. These times still snowy the peaks, and you can visit the seaside or other trails. You can visit historic places or 3D festivals, music festivals, are the visa obligation for Romania and the EU still remains. Even this visa request could be manageable.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Wish you a nice day. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.